Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel. I still sound a little bit plugged, as you can probably hear, but as I don't have the laryngitis as well, we're going to go ahead with this first Tuesday product unboxing. Now, if you're tuning in expecting to see baseball, let me explain what's going on here. So I made a post about this on the community tab of my channel on Monday when I was in the worst of my cold, but effective immediately, I am going to put Tuesday nights aside as being product unboxing streams or other very small streams. So this would be like your upgrades during the card game campaigns, or product unboxing like we're going to do tonight, or very small games like Star Realms and smaller games. The thing is, I've discovered that my workout schedule and my replay on Tuesday nights are just not going to play nice with each other. So instead of trying to fight with it on Tuesday night, I'm just going to move the replay blocks off Tuesday nights, and we'll do the small streams instead. As you can see, we've got quite a bit here on this first Tuesday unboxing. We've got a delivery that came in yesterday I need to unbox, and I've got a few new games to the channel that need to get unboxed. So let's go ahead and start with our delivery that came in. These three will get out of shot for the time being. And we see here that we've got a delivery from APA International. It's a pretty sizable mailer, too. Let's crack this open and see what's in here. And our best access point, as usual, is down here. There we are. Looks like that'll open easily. And evening, Jay. Like I said, we're just doing a product unboxing here instead of the baseball that you're probably expecting. Just intercepting the invoice. And let's see what we're greeted by in here. First thing we see are our team envelopes. As you can probably guess, this is an APA delivery of some kind. And what we're greeted by in here, with my voice cracking too. Come on out. Okay. So we were greeted here by the 2001 APA football season. So we'll have to do a stream. We might have to do a stream later of setting the teams up for that season. How did they have this? Oh, I was going to say, how did they have it in here so it closed? But it was like that. So that's another football season to add to the collection, as I've been picking up a lot of season ticket football as well. I haven't had a chance to try season ticket football, but I'm willing to give that a chance because of season ticket baseball and my enjoyment of that. So that's the delivery. That's the delivery done. Now we've got a few new games coming into the collection that we're going to unbox, and we'll just start from the top down. So when I was up in my group game day on Saturday when we were playing Nemesis Lockdown, I picked up Transformers: The Deck Building game from Renegade Game Studios. We'll take a look at the back of this. Transform and roll out. The Autobots are brave robot warriors hailing from the planet Cybertron. Their mission: to stop the Decepticons from enacting their evil schemes on Earth. In this deck building game, you will take on the role of one of the mighty Autobots, travel and explore the Matrix, and transform between your different modes as you gain allies, find relics, and acquire technology to do battle to Decepticons. But be warned, as your deck grows, more powerful Decepticons will rise up to challenge you. The Transformers deck building game can be played competitively or as a cooperative experience. This core set will begin your collection with everything needed to play, but the battle is far from over, as playable Decepticons are on their way to expand your game. And now let's get in here and see what we've got. I was going to say, hopefully there's enough of a seam to get the knife in there. Thankfully there is. Okay, we can throw the plastic wrap away. And then we'll pull this open and see what we've got in here. We've got the rule book, which I'll put off to the side. Looks like we've got probably some of our power cubes. I suspect the book will help me explain that. And this is going to need to get sleeved and nothing flat. We've got all of our cards here. I need to figure out what's what in here. Got a few different packs of cards in here. Probably starter decks, looks like references. All the tokens in here. I'm not going to pull everything out. I do see Optimus Prime as one of our characters. That Bumblebee, I think. Bring that up. I don't recognize too many of the Autobots, but I do like G.I. Joe the deck building game, so I'm willing to give this a look based on being by the same company. So yeah, it looks like we've got RC, Ratchet, Bumblebee, Wheeljack, Optimus Prime, and Ironhide. Let's see if we can set this down. Yep. Okay, that should still close nice and easily. And then we'll give the rule book a quick thumb through here. I'll see if I can zoom this in just a touch. You can take a good look at the rule book. And yeah, listening to myself tonight, I sound mostly plugged, but I'm not nearly as rough as I was on Monday. So we should be able to go ahead with game number 1 of my War Room 10 game challenge as we play Cthulhu Wars Duel. And I think I zoomed this in a little bit too far to the point where I need to bring the book up here. Okay, those are the Energon cubes. And the victory point tokens, tracking, reminders, standees with bases. Okay. How to set up the game. How everything's laid out, the turn sequence, and playing the game. Pretty thick paper. That is a pretty good game. I do sound pretty bad. Yeah, I think at this point though, it's mostly I'm still trying to decide if there's a bit of laryngitis or if I'm plugged as well. But I will definitely see how definitely see how I feel tomorrow. Help me determine if I'm doing Cthulhu Wars Duel tomorrow or not. As of now, I am still doing Cthulhu Wars Duel tomorrow, but that may change during the day depending on how I feel. So stay tuned to the channel. Stay tuned to the community tab on my channel. That's where I'll have all of the updates for that. Once I get done here, though, I am setting up Cthulhu Wars Duel like I'm going tomorrow. Okay. So that's one down, one game down, 2 to go. Okay, I'll have to do some maintenance on that. And then the next game we'll turn our attention to is Stalingrad Advance to the Volga, 1942. Solitaire Area Movement Series, Volume 1. All right, as much as I'd read through this whole thing, but given my voice here, I'm not going to read through the whole thing. You've had the crud as well. Hope I'm feeling well enough. Well, that's part of why I wanted to get this unboxing, this mass unboxing video done tonight. I wanted to check on my voice, see how it feels, and get these games unboxed so I can start maintenance and getting them added into the collection. But this one has you in charge. But Stalingrad Advance to the Volga has you in charge of the Germans trying to take control of Stalingrad from the Soviets. So we'll give this a crack and see what we've got in here. It's not wanting to get, there we go. I was going to say it's not wanting to, knife isn't wanting to get in there. These came in from Noble Knights last week, I think. As far as other delivery unboxings go, those will still happen whenever. But Tuesday is going to be a dedicated night for like these deep unboxings that I'm doing now. Or again, very small games on the channel. We've got our tiny dice, which are probably going to get swapped out for normal sized dice. Rule book, we'll give that a thumb through at the end of everything. Let's see. Player aid. Let me bring that down here. And then the other side of that. Thankfully, only one sheet of counters, though. And the back of that. The board, I might have to zoom out. I might have to zoom. I might have to zoom back out to get the board in shot. So let's see what we can do about that. Maybe not. We'll find out. Getting Frosthaven set up and ready to play tonight. What a beast that is. Yeah, no kidding. I've actually got my friends, one of my gaming buddies' copies of Frosthaven here because we were playing that here back when we were playing Frosthaven. We're back to playing Arkham Horror, the card game now. It's our fourth in our group. Hasn't been through a lot of the campaigns yet, so we're going through all of them with him again. And then there's the board for Stalingrad. Let me back this up just a touch. And I imagine the board is, of course, not double-sided. Nope, shocker of shockers, it's not. You can start putting that back in the box, but I will give a thumb through to the rule book, though. Let me tip the camera down just a touch here. Here we are. Okay. It seems like a decently thin rule book. Okay. It is almost certainly a good thing I didn't stream last night, though. Between shivering like crazy for some insane reason because it's warm in here, and just not being able to get comfortable. Probably a good thing I didn't try to stream last night, since I would have been distracted at best and extremely unfocused at worst. But that's Stalingrad. Oh, here are the dice. Right, so we've got probably red for the Soviets, black for Germans. But like I said, those are going to get swapped out and nothing flat. Just be warned, can be very hard. A lot of people really like it, but you had a major issue with it and got rid of it. Good to know on that front. And then the last game we're going to unbox tonight is the other one in that series. We've also got Manila, the Savage Streets 1945. This has been called the Stalingrad of the East, which I'd never heard of that until now. Once again, similar wall of text that normally I'd read through it, but with my voice being what it is tonight, we're just going to get into this and see what we've got in here. If I can find my seam. There we are. So this should be very similar to Stalingrad, given that it's the same company that makes this game. So yeah, the Tuesday night unboxings are going to, like I said, are going to be for unboxings, small games, or if I'm just not feeling it, then Tuesday is going to be a let's get caught up on projects around here because I've got more seasons of season ticket I need to print out and get cut out. I was very sluggish last night. And similarly, we've got the dice. Interesting that there's 4 green dice, but only 3 green. I don't know if there were supposed to be 4 of each. We'll take a look at the rule book as well. Same player aid. Okay. Counter sheet. Then we've got the board. Wow. Maybe I just don't think I'm used to war games having this few. Well, I think a lot of the games I play look like they have low counter density. So maybe that's kind of my frame of reference here. And then Manila looks to lay out as a landscape board. Okay, that's a little bit different. But it might be a little bit easier to get it in shot this way if it lays out as a landscape board rather than a portrait. So cool there. We can bring that out of the way. And then we'll bring the rule book in and thumb through that. Okay. Yeah, this is looking very similar to Stalingrad at first glance. That one does look good. Manila, yeah, I really enjoyed, in the research I did for both Stalingrad and Manila, I really enjoyed those. I really liked how they looked, so we'll have to get them out to the channel at some point. What did the time say for these ones? Maybe the series is good, just needed to try it again before getting rid of it. Totally fair. And of course there's no... Just says quick playing time. That doesn't really help me with getting a feel for the time. No, okay, so apparently looking at the back of the box, looks like the 4 green and 3 red is intentional. I wasn't sure if that was a typo or I wasn't sure if that was an error in packaging or not, but it looks like that was intended. And of course, Nate's favorite section, which would probably be history and suggested reading. Love these kinds of games. Sometimes the second go works better than the first try. Yeah, that's the theory behind some of these. Sometimes you just need to look at it, come back to it with fresh eyes. And that's what I'm getting ready to do with some of my first war games that I picked up. There were a couple that I got rid of, but I'm in the process of reacquiring those. We'll talk more about that when they come in because I'm expecting at least one of them in. Shut up, Siri. I'm expecting one of those games in on Thursday. I've already got the other one. And then that's the rule book for Manila. And that is this first Tuesday product unboxing. As I mentioned, this is going to be a Tuesday night's going to be your smaller videos. So again, your your deep unboxings, your very small games, upgrades for the card game campaigns. Because as I've mentioned, going to bed at 8 o'clock for a 3 a.m. workout means getting a season ticket block in with ticker is very, very difficult. So rather than try to tempt fate on that, I think it's just going to be easier to put aside Tuesday night as being this kind of small video. Also, it's a way for me to get something resembling rest. But I'm rambling at this point. That'll do it for this first Tuesday night product unboxing. Again, unless you hear otherwise tomorrow we'll be playing game 1 on my War Room 10 game challenge as we play Cthulhu Wars Duel by Peterson Games. Friday, we're going to have Pino with Phoenix for January 2025, but I'm expecting there to be another block in 1985 season ticket before then. I'm thinking the next block's going to be Thursday. We'll be at Wrigley Field as the Los Angeles Dodgers play the Chicago Cubs. Oral Hershiser will be going for the Dodgers, and Dick Ruthven will be going for the Cubs. Saturday, Mystical Munchies will be out of our new cookbook, but again, more on that during Pinot with Phoenix on Friday. And then Sunday, we'll be finishing the winter campaign in Arkham Horror the card game with the last scenario in Scarlet Keys, Congress of the Keys. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone.